The church was decorated beautifully, flowers in every corner, sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Friends and family filled the pews, all there to celebrate what should have been the happiest day of my life. Then I saw him. Her ex standing there at the podium, rehearsed speech in hand, a smile plastered on his face. My stomach twisted. Why is he speaking? I whispered to her, hoping she'd give me some reassurance. She just squeezed my hand nervously. It's tradition, he asked, and I said yes. Tradition. I didn't remember any wedding tradition that required your former flame to lecture at your wedding. As he began to speak, his tone was calm, almost friendly. I've known the bride for many years. I tried to focus on her face, looking for guilt, for hesitation, for love. But she smiled too brightly, laughed at his jokes too freely. He told stories from their past, moments that should have remained private, painting her in ways that seemed intimate, tender, and, worst of all, affectionate. I noticed the small details. The way her eyes lingered on him when he mentioned a funny memory, the slight blush that crept across her cheeks. He concluded with a toast. May your marriage be full of love and understanding. Everyone clapped, but I felt the weight of silence between us. During the reception, I watched her carefully. She talked to him, laughed at jokes I didn't understand, and seemed distant. Later that evening, when the guests were distracted, I confronted her. Why is he here? Why did you let him speak? She hesitated, and in that moment, her hesitation spoke volumes. She opened her mouth to say something but stopped. I didn't need her words. I already knew everything. The wedding, the vows, the smiles, they were a performance. Her heart had been elsewhere long before the ceremony began. I stepped back, swallowing the betrayal. I thought you loved me, I said quietly. Her eyes flickered, a shadow of guilt passing through them. I do, she stammered, but I could tell the truth wasn't there. I left the room before the dance began, needing air, needing clarity. Every step felt heavy, like I was walking away from everything I believed in. Outside, I breathed in the cool night. The moonlight was stark and honest. It reflected the truth I had ignored too long. Sometimes actions, or in her case, what she didn't say, reveal more than any confession ever could. I realized that the man at the podium wasn't just an ex. He was a symbol of all the secrets she had kept from me. By the time I returned to the reception, my heart had hardened. I smiled politely at the guests, knowing I was playing the part of the groom, but inside, I was already planning my next move, one that would ensure I never felt this powerless again. The ex didn't need to finish his speech for me to understand. What she didn't say told me everything.